Okay, now we're really recording. All right, so we're getting back to basics and just really like, how are you attracting customers? Are you getting samples out? Are you in reels? Or and don't say I can't do reels. Figure it out because it is what's changing and drawing people to you. Um, are you in stories? Are you also in your feed? I hear a lot, well, I don't want to be all thrive, thrive, thrive in my post. You do not have to be all thrive in your post. But if somebody is looking for a solution to a problem they have, and you're not posting about what you have for them, they're not going to come to you. They're going to go to somebody else. So you need to brand yourself a thriver and show what you have and how it's helping other people. So with that, we're going to jump over to Katie. Katie, what are some tips and tricks that you can share just on the idea of getting back to the basics?
Yeah, absolutely. So bear with me because I'm in my car in the parking lot on my lunch break. Ah, so here's what I can tell you. I'm not perfect, but I do daily activities and I make them non-negotiables for myself because I'm busy. I have my Thrive business. I work a full-time career that requires a lot from me. I also have a business on the side, and I also have two babies. So trying to fit this in because it's important to me is like I have to find how how I can make it work for me. I'm going to share some things with you that I do. Obviously, I work my business from my car. I work it from anywhere, and being busy, honestly, it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me intentional with my time. It keeps me intentional with my connections. So when people tell me, I don't know if I can do it, I'm busy, great, because it puts you around additional people. People are going to see you. They're going to see the change in you. They're going to see you wearing your DFT. They're going to eventually ask you, what is it that you're doing? Like, I see a change in you. I see your energy levels. So being around people, it's a beautiful thing. So I tell people not to let that make an excuse for them. But the thing that really well, there's a few things that really kind of put things on a on a daily scale for me. Sorry, I get nervous for these things, so like I definitely have a post-it note and I try not to be all over the
You're
place.
doing great.
Um, but I put things on my calendar because life gets busy, things can go awry, my days can turn completely around to where I forget about things. So, like this Zoom is on my calendar every single week. I try to get on it. If I can't get on it, no big deal. I'll be on it next week. But I think having things on your calendar is super, super important. So if you're not scheduling it, when you see a corporate call, put it on your calendar. Put it on your list of things to do for the day. If you don't get on it because life happens, whatever, but at least you plan to be on it. And then if I'm unable to be on it, I look for the recordings. I'm going to listen to it on my way into work. Fueling your fire, filling your cup is so important. And some of the things that I do daily, I get in birthdays. So I have this on my calendar every single morning. First thing I do, everybody has a birthday. So I hop in my messenger. I know some people put those messages as Thrive messages, like, hey, let me send you a sample for your birthday. I personally don't do that. Could start doing that because I see what the benefit would be. But I just go in and I say, happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. Because then that's going to put those people in my algorithm on the socials for them to start seeing my stuff. So I'm connecting every day with new people. And then every month, I go through my customer retention report. I actually end up, I copy and paste it into an Excel sheet and then I print it off. So then that way it's with me every single day. So I can go through and make connections with people. I can follow up with people who ordered last month. I can see who has their auto ship set up for the following month. I can see who still has credits sitting on their account. So then every single month, I'm going through saying, hey, girl, don't forget you have $60 in credits to use this month towards your order. Or, hey, so you have your auto ship set up. How can we get that updated to, where you're going to be better off or feel better next month with where you're going with your goals. Or, hey, how are you feeling? So just having that list accessible to me, in my purse with me all the time, that is seriously like my Bible for my business, because it's with me. I don't have to log in to see it. So that helps me a ton. And then reminding people of credits, because a lot of the times you reminding people because their lives are busy too, that's going to seal the deal on another order for your cab. The other thing I utilize is mass emails. So I go into my customer report, I copy and paste that into an Excel sheet, and then I save it as a CSV file. And then I can upload that list into, I personally use Flowdesk. There's so many options, so don't just use what I'm saying. But I use emails as another way of connecting with people outside of socials. So like right now, I just had an email go out. I scheduled it for noon to share with people the 3-part promo that just came out. So hey, save $50 this month on free accounts. Did you know that you can earn products for free with your referrals? Let me help you thrive for free next month. Let's get your customers set up. And then I'm adding an additional amount of credits to that $50 right now through the 16th to help people get started and to thrive for free. The other thing that I feel is super, super important when you're sharing Thrive is to share yourself using the products, not just the product, like the images. Lavelle does a great job with her marketing and their images, don't get me wrong. But if you share yourself, people are going to relate to you. People know you. People come to you. You are a magnet for your business. So I think it's important that you definitely share yourself using the products, and like maybe not remake the photo, but add yourself to the photo. If for like, if you only have a couple of minutes, just do it that way. The easiest way probably is to do that through your stories. And I'm honestly all over the place, if you can't tell from this, but like writing things down, honestly, I do a list every single month. These are my goals for the month, and it stares me in the face every day. Who do I need to reach out to today? And I think that, like, you get on calls like this, you hear different options that you could possibly work in to help your business grow. Don't feel like you have to take every single one of those things and put them into action. I think if you create daily actions with things that can fit into your lifestyle, you're going to reap results and rewards from that. And I also want you to create goals for yourself this month that will stretch you. Maintaining is great, but at the same time, what can you do to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable to help you grow? Because you guys, we are in like a huge launch mode right now. Xera is going to be absolutely huge. And who knows, you could be 4K last month, which is phenomenal, but you could be 80K in a month to 2 months. So stretch yourself, write your goals down, and just stay connected. I feel like that's the biggest thing.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And thank you for making time on your lunch break. Uh, we greatly
Absolutely.
appreciate you. Guys, one thing that stood out that she said is she's fitting it in and finding the time because it's important to her. So that's the thing. If this is important to you, if you want to see actual growth and things happen from this business, fit it in and find the time. And I feel like that's such a good reminder, because is this important to you? Like, I know this is important to me. It has been from day one. The minute I felt as good as I did, immediately was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell everybody about this. I feel so good. And it wasn't about, oh my gosh, I'm going to make $1 million. It was, oh my gosh, I felt so bad. And this is helping me feel so much better. Everybody I know deserves this in their body. And that just became, I just ran with that. And then that became, oh, well, look, now I'm helping people pay their bills. Like, this is huge. And so we just kept running and running and running and running. And that's still my goal, to help as many people as possible. All right, we're gonna jump over to Megan, because I know she's also kind of fitting it in her day. Megan, are you there? Can you unmute? I'm gonna make sure. Okay, I don't know where she went. All right. Siobhan, we're gonna go to you until we can find Megan.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Okay. Hello. All right. What do you want me to talk about?
Okay, so for you, honestly, you're hitting cab like 40. She hits cab on her account and on her husband's account. And that is always the question. How are you finding customers? How are you keeping customers? So for you, like when you started this, what are you
Mhm.
doing? What did you do that worked? What are you doing differently? What are you doing now?
Um,
Like what are you doing to find the people?
Basically, I like 2 months ago just kind of revalued like why I wasn't getting new customers. And that for me was because I was not doing the daily activities like Katie talked about. I wasn't doing the birthday messages. I wasn't. So I do the samples again after learning from a leader. That's how she gets her free accounts. So that gives you some reason to follow up with that person because you have those free accounts. So I send birthday messages a couple days later, and just getting samples into new people's hands because I feel like when you feel like your market is dull, or I shouldn't say dull, but your market you've gone through your warm market. How are you going to reach more people? For me, the best way I've reached more people is by samples and birthday messages and doing the ridiculous reels. Not necessarily Thrive reels, but reels that are relatable to mom life, to marriage life, and I've made that a non-negotiable for my business, doing a reel every single day. So I feel like that's how I'm getting more people like to my Facebook that I don't normally have, but also really dialing in on not just telling my customers how to thrive for free, like showing them, hey, this is what we need to do. Connect me with 2 friends or family members who would want to feel as good as you, sending those samples out for those 2 people, and and sharing different post ideas for them. People are so scared to post on social media. So I always ask people, hey, tell me some things that you're loving about your Thrive experience. And they don't realize that they just made up their first post. And I help them tweak it a little bit. And I say, how do you feel about sharing this on your wall and tagging me so we can get your Thrive for free next month? So helping them with that post, helping them with samples, and making sure you're not only just sending samples for people, but connecting with that sample person, because otherwise they get lost. I honestly, like, I'm the most unorganized person you will ever meet. I just live in Messenger. I probably spend 90% of my business in Messenger, following up with my people. And it's not just right before their auto ship's about to run, because that's tacky to me. Sorry if you guys do that. I'm not meaning that in a bad way, but I will tell you that I pride in customer service, and that is how I have kept so many customers on repeat. I take very well good customers. I do a customer of the month in my customer group. And I just base that off of who's connecting with me throughout the month, who's giving me feedback, who's spending money, who's trying to thrive for free. I pick somebody, I gift them something different every month. I'm checking in on my people, I would say once a week, to see how they're liking their stuff. If we're needing to tweak things, if we're needing to adjust things, not offering just product help, but also offering, you know, if they don't like to exercise, that's fine, but go tell them to go up and down their stairs 5 times a day, or moving their body, or helping them, find higher protein meals, or options, which you can find plenty of those in ChatGPT. So many people are often just easy to brush off. Like, I don't have the time to exercise like you do. I don't have time to meal prep you like I do, or whatever. And, just helping them figure out how they can fit those kinds of small lifestyle changes into their daily routines has really helped people not only earn trust and gain trust in me, but help me like have people actually have results, because they're not taking this product and expecting 30 pounds to fall off in 30 days. So giving them that expectation, like, hey, I'll work with you if you work with me, I think just really builds a good trust. But don't get me wrong, like these 40 customers that I have every month are not just all returning customers. There's new customers sprinkled in there. There's returning customers sprinkled in there. I don't give up on my customers who don't order for a few months. We work with them on how can we get this for free for you. Yes, I do stack customers, not all the time, but I stack customers on those who are willing to put in the effort to try to thrive for free. So if I have Susie over here who's wanting to thrive for free because, you know, cost is an issue, then I say, hey, why don't you go throw up a post like this, or at least share in your stories? And if they're willing to put in the little work that I'm asking them to do to thrive for free, when I get a new customer, I will place them under them. So they're at least getting that 25% credit rebate. And then I usually sprinkle some more credits on top to help them get to that 150 mark.
I love it. I
I don't
took
know.
so many notes. I hope y'all are writing these down. These are nuggets, and this is just, it's again, back to basics, back to basics. Megan, were you able to hop on? Because unless she's on a different phone, I don't see her name. That's okay. All right, Angela. Angela, baby.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Thanks for having me, Amber. Hello, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Happy Transformation Tuesday and happy Payday Tuesday for us thrivers. If you guys don't know me, my name is Angela Pham. I am a family first visionary, a transformational leader, and a purposeful thriver. I have been changing lives for 6 years and going on 7 months, you guys. And before Thrive, I was a full-time stay-at-home mother. Tired, lack of identity, lack of motivation. I was really looking for opportunity to contribute towards my family. And when Amber asked me to go on this call, I was like, great. I love to help people get back into the basics, because let me tell you guys, I don't ever show up differently when things are bad, because I'm going to tell you guys why. When things are slow, like they say, or, you know, life happens, or numbers are down, or we like to blame things, right? Or like we'll say this and that. I always hold a lot of gratitude in our business, and I hold a lot of gratitude in life itself. And I'm telling you guys, if you lost, you know, focus, it's life, right? We're all human. If you lost focus, lack of, you know, that belief, you know, that self-doubt, I'm here to remind you to remember why you started. People self-doubt because not because you're just like not good enough, not because you're not worthy enough, it's because you forgot, excuse my language, who the fuck you are. Really, you forgot the gift that you have in your hand to help change the lives of others, right? And also, if you're into this opportunity, because it's so different when you grow into this opportunity to change lives, you guys, it is felt, right? If you have lost, you know, your vision, I will say that, why you started and why you do this is because for a glimpse, maybe that compelling why, or that vision that you had that was connected to why you did this for your family isn't really making you hungry enough, right? And it's really time for us to reflect. And Jack, I was on a call with my sponsor this morning too. And you guys, not a day that goes by that, I mean, 6+ years later, I'm still plugged into these calls. And there's a reason why. Back to the beginner stages, right? We always want to be in stage one. Right, stage one. And you guys, throughout the 6 years, I will say, I'm proud to say, I'm over 615,000 in personal sales. We will close out in 20 million in team sales. And I'm going to tell you guys this, it is because of the belief that I know if I don't show up, you know, it's not about me. If I don't show up, I feel FOMO for the next life. It's about supporting people after they said yes, right? And it's about you reminding yourself why you're doing this. I really want you guys to, first of all, you know, she reminded me this morning, because during this time, you guys, during the end of Q4, we always, you know, new year, new me. I don't want you guys to wait until like December. I want you guys now. Reflect today. I don't care what you guys did yesterday. I don't care if things went wrong yesterday. I need you guys to focus on today. What can, you know, Amber do today? What can Ange do today? Ange is showing up for you guys today. So we're not giving up on you. So you need to not give up on yourself, right? So reflect and put a mirror up and put your sleeves up and be like, hey, you know, Have I been playing small? Have I been doing the things that I need to do? Right? Because I've always had this champion mindset of expect less from other people and expect more from myself. I knew if my checks lowered, because yes, our checks do go up and down, right? It's a business. I knew it's because I was not putting enough effort. And I would go again the next day, right? So here are some things that I really want to show you, really going back to basics. Number one, I really want you to reflect, right? Reflect on why you're doing this, right? And also why you're on the products, what has it done for you, right? And also, next up, you guys will hear daily method of operations all day, right? It is what you do on the daily that really moves the needle for your business. And it's really all about mastering your day. You guys, you'll hear it all the time, right? Oh, repetition, mastering, GPOT, mastering telling your story. No, it's about finding success within your day. So what you're going to do, right? Because you guys, I wear all the hats and responsibilities because I take my job, changing lives, my position seriously, because people said yes to me. So I'm committed to my people, right? So when I wake up, I have a plan. So I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I am, I have responsibilities for you guys. It's my job to get people thriving for free, right? Get people, I hope your people should be getting paid with you. You guys, that is the goal, right? Even an extra dollar can do something for them. Thriving for free, whatever it is, that is the goal. So I need you guys to start dominating your day. And it's not even, it has to do with Thrive. You guys, it is waking up a little bit earlier. If you don't have time, you guys, I woke up at 4 today, 4 a.m. And it started with, oh, let me just wake up 5 minutes earlier, right? And it really is that battle with yourself every single day. So I need you guys to write down not only your home goals, never neglect your home life, but also your business goals, your client goals, right? And your team goals, right? Make their goals your own once you start dominating and mastering your day. Okay, because we could talk about it all day, doing the repetition of the things every day, but it has to align to things that actually feel good too, right? And I learned this from my sponsor, Jackie. I was once upon a time human, right? Before building character and before building myself up, right? I used to go to her like, what do I do? Like, I'm doing all these things and I feel so burnt out. The best advice is, duplicate what you love and subtract what you don't. And that's what it is when you start mastering your day, you guys. Just like, I'm going to tell you, I'm somebody that, I hate to put a name on myself. I'm scroll brain. I am a blue, right? I'm lightweight ADHD. I need a plan. I need a structure. I need systems, right? So I knew this about myself. So I said, girl, you need to sit the hell down and realign yourself, write down the task and execute, right? And see what you love. I've learned, a blue like me, all of us, we need structure. We need, foundations. You guys cannot grow a structure if you never constructed scaling your customers, scaling your team. And you guys, I do both, right? And I learned this not through showing up when I felt like it. I showed up when I didn't feel like it, right? Because I knew that this was attached to what this would give not only my family, but to the lives of others, okay? So it's really important that you guys know why you guys are getting up and doing the things, because it's not what works for you, it's what duplicates, okay? So I really want to go over the things, the simple things that are going to help you not only just dominate your day, okay? Learn how to master your days. You master your days, you will master your life. And that's what I learned from Jim Rohn, okay? I hope that you guys have a non-negotiable too. In my daily non-negotiable, I did put personal growth, at least 15 minutes. But I will tell you, in the nooks and crannies of my day, I am personally growing. Because when you don't grow, and you let distractions get in, the gossip, the next freaking opportunity, you forget why we are here, right? And you start lacking your integrity, you start lacking your character, you need to sharpen yourself, okay? And this is how personal momentum can be turned on like this, okay? You need to learn how to motivate and activate that trigger that triggers that fear of what you don't want to become. right? If the result is not making you push yourself forward, it's going to be the fear. And you guys need to figure that out. That's another Zoom for another day. But anyways, let's go back to basics. Okay. So what is the number one goal that really here? Like, what is it that, what makes us different? Can somebody drop in the chat, what makes our products different in a way where everybody benefits? Promoters, customers, what is the number one goal we always like help somebody, you know, with? Like, can you guys think of it? What makes our comp plan the best where it's like, wow, we could do this literally, right? I always go back to this. Yes, thrive for free, you guys. Okay, I get excited for thriving for free because you guys have no idea the magic within networks of thriving for free. I know, don't think, oh my God, I used to be like that. I'm like, nobody wants Thrive, blah, 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 blah. But literally, if you guys share that benefit, helping your customers thrive for free, all the way to like yourself, that you should be thriving for free. So start there, right? So the goal is thrive for free and helping people get paid and promoted. That's the number one thing, right? So another homework that I want you guys to do is look into our comp plan and kind of learn it step by step too, okay? So thrive for free, going back to the basics, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm not gonna go over 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s today because it's too long, but I'm gonna go over the basics that continue to grow my business, okay? So you guys, I always sample free accounts, okay? I can kind of tell when somebody's not working their account through their free accounts, because I will tell you guys this, free accounts are magic. Lavelle does this for a reason, because it really plants that seed in people looking into our products, looking to the opportunity. So I hope that you guys are utilizing Lavelle's promo. And one thing that I love to do is take advantage of Lavelle, right? I love, like, I was a, entrepreneurship mindset, that was, coming into this, I knew, wow, like, I hate to say easy, but anybody that is in entrepreneurship, that cash flow takes forever to come back. I knew that I could work this business, make cash flow on the daily and also weekly. And it was attached to that, you guys, was helping people thrive for free, sampling out free accounts. And I said, if I could work this business for free, and that's exactly what I did, you guys. So I literally, back to basics, send out samples. You could literally do 2 to 1, right? Like, utilize Lavelle, the $50 credits. And you guys, I don't know if there's a minimum, but I mean, you can try it, right? So there's some people that have checked out with just $50, right? Here's what I use strategy too. I don't care how long we've been here, you guys. I always say, oh, we are launching a new business. Hey girl, like, I'm launching a new, product. I would love for your support. Can you please sign a free account? Pick a product of your choice on me. Ask for support, you guys. Go through your friends list, go through your customers. Be like, hey, do you know one person that would love Xterra? One person that needs the energy? You guys, I bet when you just ask that one person, it trickles, right? Also, free accounts. And also another thing, back to basics, is telling your story, okay? You guys, it's so important. We are storytellers, whether if it's your own story. I trained on the back office telling your 30-minute story. You guys could look for it. It's in our cloud office. It's talking about, every 3 weeks, I would say I would tell my story. I rotate, especially if I've been here, I'm a veteran. So I love to remind people who I am before Thrive, but also I tell stories of other people also. You tell stories of your customers, you tell stories of your team. And if you don't have team yet, company wide. Before I had a team, I stole Twin and Jackie's team because people thought it was my own. It's okay. People love when you celebrate other people. Okay, you guys, share anything that excites you. Get excited, get romantic. You guys have no idea. Okay. What I learned with network marketing, it is about relationships, right? It's having those relationships with your clients and helping them deliver results, right? For example, I shared, because I screenshot like my customers, right? And I'm like, they'll be like, oh, I want to order this date. You know how many of my customers messaged me and asked me like, hey, well, what product should I be on now? Or I was like, okay, so I always get to know what they want and listen, but I also ask an open question, you guys. always ask an open question so it doesn't leave it at a like a boring ending. Like it's awkward, right? So she said, okay, I'll be ordering sometimes this week, need to re-up. And remember, another thing that I do, you guys, my Thrive for Free credits, there's a reason why I try to get Thrive for Free credits. I don't get it just for myself. For example, I maximize on Lavelle's comp plan. 5 customers, $250 free credit, I'm taking it, right? On top of, the Thrive for Free already that we get, that means I'm running my business for free. So I said, yay, what day? So I can help. You guys see that? I'm asking, but I keep it so simple. She said tomorrow when I get home from work. So now I know my client's story. She's been a loyal client with me, you guys. I know she's having money problems, right? So I said, okay, babe, I'll help you with credits to gift you because I appreciate you. You guys see that? Because I know that she has, and I'm going to do that until my credits are gone. And these are especially my loyal clients that have spent a lot of money with me. Okay. And she goes, okay, great. And I literally have 4 people loading this week because of I'm posting excitement of the things that I'm talking about with you see how I created nothing out of something? It's creating momentum within your business, creating momentum in what is happening, right? And if you guys don't know it yet, like watch other people and success leaves clues, right? And don't say like, I can't do this. I need you guys to try it before you start, because these Zoom calls, I'm going to tell you, I do weekly Zooms a week now, right? That's 48 Zooms a year. So you cannot compare yourself to somebody that has been doing that already, right? So get good at storytelling, sharing testimonies, follow-ups, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s is so you can gain more credibility. You guys, if you guys don't have credibility, it's time for you to build those foundations, because credibility and trust is earned. I'm going to tell you guys, I lost my old IG. And I'm going to tell you, because of the things that I've learned on these calls, and this is why I plug in, I've learned about myself that I am so connected with my clients outside of social media, okay? Because a lot of my clients are busy. And I'm like, I would always say, you're so busy. Is there any way that I could contact you? So I would get their number. So I had a lot of their numbers, their emails. And when I lost my IG, I was like, oh, this is something else that I learned that I'm going to do. So I started putting their IG handles into in their saved. All the resources that I can get about them is the best, right? Because I'm well connected with them. So when I lost that, I didn't lose them. You guys, they found me and we reconnected through, texts and all of that. So that's the one thing that I can teach you guys to also kind of like, I love how she trained about like having, connections and emails, right? Exactly. I copied and pasted all of my emails too. Any free platform, you guys, anything free, I want control of my resources and connections. So it's for your business. So always, have a backup plan for that. Okay. So another thing, opportunity. Okay. This is a great time for you guys to share your checks. Okay. I know that it's so hard. And don't think that, I'm going to tell you guys, the $30 checks or the $20 or the $5 checks are the most relatable. Don't think that you need to make a big money amount or 6 figures or be a top earner. No, people are looking to make that extra $200. So I need you guys to share why. What has this done for you and your family today, right? Today we get paid at 10 a.m. Share the benefits of of the opportunity. So whether you guys are trying to get people on Thrive or, scale a team, and even if not, you want to plant those seeds always. We're farmers here. Not the day that you plant the seeds is when you harvest. You harvest when you keep planting them seeds, and you want to go for yes. It's not going for no's. Go for yes, right? And I think a lot of times people get so afraid of rejection, but that's part of life, you guys. Especially when we teach our kids too, like, hey, like they ask us for ice cream every day. They'll ask us until we say yes, right? So go for yes and keep asking, right? So share your opportunity and benefits. Also, another thing, lastly, I know I go on and on, I want to share this. Whether I am somebody that, what I did worked before was social media. Social media has changed a lot, you guys. If you guys, yes, you could sign a lot of clients fast there, right? You can change a lot of the masses fast, but what I did differently was impact lives in person, right? It is about quality people and getting in front of people and getting around a group of people and get involved, right? So whether you are working social media or in person, I will tell you there's a difference in the two. But I will say that getting to events, getting to Lavelle events, getting to any like brunch, it could be so simple, right? Getting to anything could really broaden and expand your mindset into more, into wow, this is not that bad, right? So I need you guys to either create your own event or get to an event, right? If Lavelle or somebody closest to you in the local area that is a thriver, get together, right? Throw an event. That's what we're doing for Thrive Miss, getting around events and finding your people, right? So go find your people, find your thrivers, right? We all are supportive, and also get involved. I need you guys to get involved. And another thing that I learned in network marketing is that you don't have to be the smartest one. You don't have to be the most skilled person. But the one thing that I can teach you is learning how to invite people and connecting the dots. Okay, because if you can't educate people in that way, or they don't believe you, they're going to believe Jackie. They're going to believe Colin, Ashley Mills with the story that aligns and resonates with them. Not everybody is going to resonate with you, and you need to accept that. Okay, you guys? So utilize your resources, your leaders, your partners, other people that are hairdressers, scientists, stay-at-home mothers, teachers, nurses, you name it. They're all on our team. So this is a time for you to get together, right? Connect, right? And that's where the magic is. So go back to basics, you guys. Local, you'll hear, Jason Camper talked about, tech and touch. I will say that yes, tech, that's why social media it's nice to build that trust factor. Like people watching you day in and day out, they're going to build that trust factor. But really what closes it, that trust, is social proof. So I would highly advise you guys, this is the holidays. Everybody's going to be busy. I need you guys to get involved. Get involved to that next event. Go to wherever Thriver is throwing something and utilize, their support, right? So that's where it starts. So go back to basics. I really wanted to really hone into that part because events is what really impacted our business, and it really does, and I'm going to tell you this. My intention when I grow these events, it's not to just grow promoters. I've had thrivers of my customers. They come to events and they stay thrivers, but we're a community, and they need to know that it's a community of people thriving with them. So we're on this journey together. Okay, you guys. So after this, I want to give you guys some homework. This week, it should be promoting not only why you thrive, tell people why you're passionate about this, right? But also sharing X era. You guys, this is a new division, and share other people, share the excitement, share what it does, educate them softly on what it is, but don't share too many facts, because I'm going to tell you, people actually don't care about like all the facts. They actually care how it's going to make them feel or look. Okay, so hone into keywords, right, that you're going to use. And I shared on the Zoom today too, when you guys are selling a product, I want you guys to sell how you want to be sold. Okay, sell, like for me, I love pretty things, packaging. I will say, oh my God, this is so pretty. I love this packaging. Like I will I will like sell like how I want to be sold. So everybody has a different, like, all different types of consumers, right? So I want you guys to start thinking of what they would like, right? But also aligning it with your business. So I know that I had a lot to share, but I also felt like in my heart to really share with you guys, I really love and care about what I do. Like, I don't just do this because, I just have something that always pulls me forward. And if I'm loud, it's because I need you to believe in yourself. That's really what it is. And it's because you're not yet there. I wish, we all didn't believe, honestly. And we have that one person to wake us up and be like, hey, do you know what you have? Like, I honestly remember the $30 check was the first check that I received here, you guys. But I also looked through my checks today and I was like, wow, like I'm still freaking mind blown. You guys, it is so crazy because it really helps an average person become above average, right? And it helped me and also other people around. So I really need to remind you guys like what we have here. Okay. So that's all I have today.
That's all. That was tons of nuggets and bombs and on all the things. Um, guys, that's just get into what you have, right? Like get back to what inspires you to grow. Sometimes we just have to get out of our own way. Jackie, I know you said you could kind of throw in your thoughts and ideas today on getting back to basics.
Hi. Yeah, I'm not scheduled to speak today, but I'm more than happy to pour in just because like I have been here for a long time, right? I've been here for a very long time and like it's like 7.5 years now, and I've never taken a break from my network marketing business. Have I slowed down in certain areas? I mean, yeah, because this is like like in order for me to be here every single day, I still have to like balance the rest of my life, right? Um, but yes, like, being here for as long as I have, like when it comes to restarting, I don't even want to say restarting, but when it comes to getting back to basics, right? Like I'll always go back to the original things, like samples. That's my first thing. It's like, when was the last time I sent out a sample? I looked in my cloud office and I'm like, wow, I haven't sent out one from the cloud office in a very long time. And I just went and shared about it. And here's the thing, you guys, if you are still here, if you are still thriving, and like you look at your paychecks and if they don't look like where, if that doesn't make you happy with what you have, it's a wake up call, right? I was literally just saying this on a Zoom earlier, is that if your checks are not where they want to be, it is literally a wake up call. It is a wake up call that like you need to get back to doing what you did in the past that worked, right? And if that doesn't work anymore, that's the perfect time to plug in and see like what other people are doing. So that's literally why Amber put this Zoom together today to really like let us know like what is working. I hear a lot of like, when I'm in from a lot of the ladies, they say like birthdays and stuff like that. And it's really just talking to people, you guys. And I can tell you from years and being in this business, like there are some people that don't post that much online, but they're more active in direct messages, right? And that's really where all of it happens, is because people, like, I want you to, same thing what like what Ange was saying. Like, I want you to sell like how you want to be sold. If you know that you're not seeing a lot of things on social media, you intentionally have to get into the inboxes of your people and just be like, hey, I know you probably are not seeing everything that that's happening. Like, hey, this promo is happening. Like, I thought of you, or just making sure, like, first thing I ask is like, I have some customers that I'll see them order on a sale, like on their own, and I will go and follow up with them and be like, "Hey, I saw you ordered on a sale," right? Like, don't like let them just order by themselves and you not acknowledge them, right? So I do go back in there and I see that they ordered something. I'm like, it was a great sale. Like, how's your experience going? And I really try to like pump them up beyond just the order, right? Because kind of like what Andrew's saying, like, what do we have here that's different? We have a product that actually works, right? There will be lots of shiny objects, like, oh, look at this over here. But the how people reorder is so important, right? There's no, you can have the shiniest compensation plan, but without a product that can be sold through it, like a good product that can be sold through it, one that changes people's lives, one that people will hopefully order every 30 days, right? You guys, I have supported other like network marketing companies that I still have products laying around from COVID, like, because you can't consume some of that stuff, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I feel bad for them, like, if because I'm their customer and I haven't been back in like 4 years, you know what I mean? So we're really lucky here to be in a consumable product. So we need to get back to the basics of getting our consumables into people's hands, right? Letting them try it. I have mentioned this too with Xera. Xera is going to be amazing because we need to get back to doing local events, right? Local events, in-person events. Because for me, like I've seen our business grow in like multiple cities, and like growing in your local city, growing online, like that's great and everything. It's the cheapest form, it's a free form of marketing. But like, the big teams and the big communities and the big money in this business is when you can actually pop different cities, right? What do they say? Like build local, like go global, something like that. Something like that, but think outside of the box, you guys. There are some people too that are in cities where, like, like there's maybe not that many people there, right? Like it's time, or like especially like if you're in Hawaii, right? Like we had some customers and promoters and stuff that are in Hawaii, but like ideally, like they want to grow in all the other 50 states, like not just whatever's limited to Hawaii. Even though I always say this too, like you can literally pop a 200K team out of one high school. Like, and think about in your city, how many high schools are in your city? You might have one high school, two high schools. You probably have like five elementary schools. Imagine you took like each of your besties from each grade that you were in and you got them thriving, and how many people they know and how many places they moved. Um, and just how many, like they all have new husbands, they all have family members. Like it is so big, you guys. There's never a shortage of people. There's only a shortage of us like saying the words that we need to say, right? Like we're simply just not talking enough when it comes to like, oh, my business is slow. And I get it. Sometimes there's like burnout, right? Sometimes you get burnout. You go, I don't want to talk to people. But you have to, like, at that point, if you're at that stage of your business, you need to pour into yourself, right? You need to pour into yourself so you do feel happy to talk to people, right? You need to start talking to the right people. You need to start talking to positive people so that like you are that light. It's funny, like my partner, he's not here right now, but like when I can tell when he's not thriving, and I'm like, you need to take your thrive because I need you sharp. I need you on your A game. And that's kind of like how we should be treating all the people around us, right? If you have a negative person, like whether that be a family member or friend, or you see somebody kind of like slipping away into like, you need to be that friend that pulls them to the side, be like, hey, I care about you, like what's going on, like let me help you. Like just try the sample, right? Get started on this product. You might just have the best day ever, and if you do, like you're not going to want to stop, right? And that it literally comes down to that. But really really getting back down to basics, right? Like samples are always going to be my favorite, right? um Samples are always going to be my favorite when it comes to getting back to basics, and events is the next thing. Like start with what you have, like definitely get the people that you have currently, get them all together, do an event together. Like when you guys, and if you guys promote the crap out of that event, right, the people who are watching you on social media, they don't know that they're already in your business. They have no idea. All they see is community. All they see is that there are more people that are doing this. It's not just my friend, right? So I want you guys to also do like a little audit of your business. Like when was the last time you talked about your business? When was the last time you like offered a sample? Like just those things, right? Like do you have an event that is coming up that you are planning, right? If you don't have an event that you're planning where you're actually like hosting, are you getting to somebody else's event, like a networking event where maybe you can meet new people, or maybe like even like a challenge at the gym, right? Where you're going to be like meeting people. And you can literally spark up conversation there. I'm an introvert, you guys, and I've still managed to make this business work with what I've got, right? And it's literally just been like I personally, I've always been a product of the product. I started with a transformation. I know not everybody does, but I started with a transformation, and I let the transformation speak for me, right? And even for me right now, today I switched over to Thrive Elite. Why? Because I remember that when I was on Thrive Elite, that's when I felt my best. That's when I felt like I had more energy to like do things. Like whatever system works for you, like that's another thing. Like it's another hack for you in your business. If you don't feel motivated, go tweak your three-step system. Go tweak your regimen and like literally clean up your act with how you're taking your products. So then that way you have something to be excited about. You have something that will produce some new results for you. You have something that you can talk about, right? Because like closed mouths here don't get fed, right? They don't get fed. And like if you today we're getting paid in like 6 minutes. If you don't like your paycheck, let it be a wake up call. Okay. let it be a wake up call that, it's something that you can start changing today. It may not happen overnight, but in 30, 60 to 90 days, if you start doing, if you start taking action in your business, you are gonna see results. Your income is gonna grow. If your income can grow like, whatever, if you can double your income or just even like just increase your income by a little bit weekly from now until January, right? Or whatever. Like you will feel a lot better about yourself. You will start taking that momentum and that momentum will snowball into more, right? But that's all I got, Amber.
No, that's awesome. Okay, and Megan was not able to get on. She ended up in some work meetings. So thank you so much, Siobhan, and Katie. Anybody have any last minute things to say? I will add to that. Something that I don't think was mentioned was, people talked about emails and all the things, utilizing Project Broadcast.
I
It,
saw that
it
and I was
doesn't
like,
have to
what
be.
what is that? Like I asked in one of those chats, I was like, what is that? Like I
Oh.
need that. It looks so natural. Like
So it's a texting platform. And but it doesn't have to be Project Broadcast. It can be any of the texting platforms, texting services, texting apps, whatever. But just utilizing something. If your email's great. If you're sending text, you want to be able to send mass text to all of your customers, and it's an individual. Basically, it comes from, you call it your business number. It comes from one number, but it's to them individually. It's not a group text. So you can update all of your customers, want to make sure you got that email or knew about the promo, or heck, oh my gosh, Xera's coming up soon, whatever that is. So if you are like, I don't have time to message everybody, I don't have time to text everybody individually, there are apps and programs that can help you in that. So anybody got anything else?
well, adding to that, okay, like, and I'm guilty too, right? I have a lot of free accounts in my back office, like a lot, like in just my customers alone, right? What good are all those free accounts or just like even just old customer accounts in general if we are not talking to them, right? So like things like Project Broadcast, or I think it was Siobhan, or it might have been somebody else that shared it. They took it and they like dropped it in a CSV and then they contacted him like, yes, it's work, but you're gonna filter out. You're gonna see who's alive and who even has a heartbeat
Mhm.
in those things. And you might get a couple people that come back and it's worth it. Like, you can either have no customers or three customers out of like the hundreds of accounts that you had to message, right? So that is definitely something, that's definitely part of getting back to basics is getting back to those people and letting them know that you can still help them.
Exactly. Just letting people know you're still there. Because here's the thing, we think everybody remembers that they were going to order from us, or that they, said they're going to get back on their Thrive, or that they saw the email. They're not working this business like we are. So they're not seeing it. It's not at the top of their, priority list for the day. A kid spilled milk and they forgot about you months ago. Like, it just happens. So just remember to stay relevant, stay on their thoughts, and continue to love on them and build that relationship.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
they're not they're not even on social media like we are either,
Right.
Like
Right.
there's so many things that so get in people's DMs, get personal, you guys. And
And that's
and
the thing, you know what? That's such a good thing, good way to end this, because you said, they're not even on social media like we are. Because I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've heard people say, well, they know I thrive and I post about Thrive from time to time. So they know, I don't want to push. So they know to come to me. No, they don't. They don't, because they're not doing this like a business like we are. It's not at the first of their brain like it is on ours. So, all right.
well,
Oh, go ahead.
one more thing. I mean, honestly, like if you don't get into their inboxes and invite them back to the Thrive experience, they will just go and try something else online and waste their money. They really do. There's so much stuff out there. Like there's things on Amazon. There's all these like things. There's these like celebrity endorsed like, vitamins and stuff that they'll just be like, oh, let me just try this. I need to get back to some type of wellness plan. But they're only getting that easy sale because it's like an advertisement and it's like backed by a celebrity. But if somebody came and was like, hey, like remember you love Thrive, like come back. Like we just got this thing, or like check your email. Oh, by the way, there is a promo, right? The 30% off plus free shipping promo that's happening right now. It's in the cloud office. Like if you go in there, it says there's a push, there's a we want you back promo, and the deal is really, really, really good. So that's a great way to reach out to your people and just say, hey, I'm not sure if you saw, that's my favorite line ever. I'm not sure if you saw, but there's this email, like the deal is amazing. Like I reached out to like one person, they bought instantly because they know how amazing the deal is, right?
Mhm.
30% off and free shipping is a lot of money. Um, so yeah,
Because how many emails do you see? Y'all, I sign up for everything to get a discount, right? Like when I'm on I'm on Pottery Barn, right? I go to Pottery Barn to look at a bedspread. Send your email and your phone number and get 15% off today's order, whatever, right? So I'm on a bajillion email list. I don't see every special that comes through because I'm on so many. So I'm like, whatever, whatever, whatever. But the day that Pottery Barn message comes through when I'm ready to buy that bedspread, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. And that's when I click the email. But if I'm not ready, I'm not opening it. And I'm probably not seeing it.
Yeah, and I also wanted to add, Amber, because, I've been working this business because I will say that I care about my people, and it's okay to not, I want you guys to really pay attention to your people, right? One of my most quality, most loyal, most, cultured community promoters and business partners is because I went in and asked them if they were okay. I want you guys to understand when you guys have conversations with people, you will understand that they have problems beyond, Thrive, and we are their solution. I remember when I asked her, "Are you okay?" Because life is happening to a lot of people. Let may you be the light, and don't be afraid. Because I remember when she opened up to me, I was like, "You need to thrive." She was like, "You're crazy." I'm like, she thought for a second, "Oh, she's crazy. Like, why would she say that to me?" But look at her. She has been one of the top at culture and building that sustaining that community and growing, right? So I really want you guys to pay attention to your surroundings. It's not always about trying to sell a product. It's about transformation. And don't forget that, because when you are moving in pure motives, people could feel that. And the numbers come, the abundance come when you purely just want to help somebody, not just because we're trying to fill in numbers. Okay. So I really want you guys to pay attention. So when you guys pay attention to people, they will pay attention to you, because they don't care until you start caring, you guys. And that really is the experience that they have with you. And the reason why, people will stick and stay with you, because they feel that you actually care about them. To be honest, like you actually care about their well-being, all the way to getting them set with a promo, to like, hey, like checking up on them. Like when you guys do follow-ups, it's for objections. Most of the time people are thriving improperly, so our job is just to support them on the journey, you guys. And once you guys get that support, that's game over. When they get that support from like beginning to end, they're going to continue to thrive with you. So if you know better, do better. I mean, of course, think with your hearts too. Okay, you guys, I want you guys to understand we're in the business of people. You'll hear this all the time. The boss has the title, but the leader has the people. And people will never forget like how you made them feel. So pay attention. I really want to leave it at that.
Yes. Pay attention. Y'all, I'm freaking out because my dog was just outside, but I didn't let her out. So I have no idea how she got out of the house. I'm like, what's happening here? All right. Y'all have a fabulous, fabulous Tuesday. Remember to work the current promo. Remember to talk about Xterra and stay plugged in. Bye, y'all.